For this session, I asked my client if she would be willing to revisit the last day of her life in a previous lifetime, a lifetime she learned about in a session the week before. I explained to my client that my intention for this request is to find out what happens after death. This is what we learned. 3, 2, light is getting bright, 1. You are in this lifetime. I want you to look down and describe what you are wearing on your feet.
I have boots on and walking on concrete that has hay on it, a little piece of straw and hay on it.
Mm-hmm. So here you are walking with these boots. There's straw and there's hay. How old are you in this scene?
85.
85. What are you doing here today in the barn?
I got up in the morning I'm going to fix something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm headed towards the back end of the barn. There's tools there. And I need to fix something. It's outside, whatever. I don't know what it is I need to fix.
Okay, so here you are walking. You know that you have to fix something. And now let's move to that scene where you feel your heart give out. Knowing that you can view this from the outside, that you are not experiencing any pain.
I see myself clutching my right chest, and I'm sinking to my knees. And then it's really dramatic. I just dropped to the ground. My tongue's hanging out. I've got my glasses. My glasses fell off. They're gold wire rim glasses. I had a hat on, a real messy hat. It fell off and rolled away. My hair I don't have much hair left, but it's really white.
So here you are seeing yourself in this scene. Do you hear any sounds taking place around you?
I hear my son off in the distance. He's yelling, "Dad, Dad." And I hear him running. I hear his footsteps in the barn. And it's morning, and the sun's just coming through the barn. Son's behind him. I'm laying on the ground. My son is kneeling over me, or kneeling right next to me, and pushes me on my back. And he's shaking me.
How do you feel in this moment? He's shaking you. Describe how you feel.
I'm sad that I don't get to see my son anymore, and that I can't talk to him. He's a good kid. He's been great. He's in his 60s, but he's really strong, and he wants to be a farmer, just like me.
Mm-hmm.
Always wanted to be a farmer, just like me.
So here you are feeling sad in this moment that you don't get to see your son anymore. Is there anything you'd like to do or say with your son?
Oh, I'm proud of you. Everything you've done. I see you there. You've got your yellow canvas jacket on. It's a cold morning. You got jeans on. You're starting to lose your hair a little bit. Very handsome guy. I know you'll take over and you'll run the place like a top.
Very good.
There's a pig somewhere that's squealing. That's very unnerving.
The pig squealing is unnerving.
Yeah.
Why is that unnerving?
He knows I'm dead. My son doesn't know it yet. The pig knows.
How does the pig know that you are dead?
He's very, very aware. He's a very aware creature.
Mm-hmm.
He senses me. He knows. He knows a lot about me. He knows my habits.
So he is very, very aware. He senses you and he knows your habits. He knows that you're dead. Your son does not yet know. Let's move.
Yeah.
Let's move to this time when your son now knows that you are dead.
It's not too much later. He's gone and gotten his wife, and the wife ran to get the doctor. And so he's back now. He's just holding my hand and shaking me, and he's crying. He knows I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. He knows you're gone.
The pig's quieted down now.
Mm-hmm. The pig is.
I told the pig to quiet down.
Oh, you told the pig to quiet down. Very good. And so let's move to the scene where the doctor and your son's wife appear.
It's now like mid-morning. And the doctor's wearing black, and my son's wife is in a long blue dress, a working dress. She's a very stern woman, but very nice. And she's crying, and the doctor's leaning over me, and he says to both my son and his wife that I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
And I've lost a lot of color. I'm not looking too good. I'm like this gray color.
Mm-hmm. And so, how does it feel when you hear the doctor say that you're dead in this moment?
It all makes sense. I haven't been feeling well lately, and I haven't told anybody that I wasn't feeling well.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want anybody to worry, but it's okay. I lived a good life.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I needed to fix will get fixed. I'm not not worried about it.
Mm-hmm. It's
I know
okay.
life will go on without me.
Mm-hmm. Whatever you needed to get fixed will get fixed. You've lived a good life, and it's okay. And so, what happens next?
I don't really know what to do. There's nothing for me to do.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to go on top of the barn and check it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been too dangerous to go up there. I'm up there now. It's a wreck. The boards are falling in, and it's going to have to be fixed or torn down. Although I'm looking at everything else, the floor under the roof is in good shape. My son's taking care of that. I can see that. The roof's just a wreck, though. It's the original. It's over 100 years old.
Mm-hmm. So you're noticing that the roof is a wreck, that your son's taking good care of the floor beneath it.
It's full sun. It's a beautiful day. I don't feel like I need to hang out much longer, though. There's nothing else for me to do here.
It's a beautiful day, it's full sun. There's nothing else for you to do here. So, what happens next?
Everything's really quiet now. I don't see anything. Everything's just really quiet. Feel like I'm sleeping.
You feel like you're sleeping. What does it feel like in the space that you're in?
It's warm, um, but dark, and there's nothing going on. It's just still. It's not bad. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. How do you know that it's okay in this space that is warm and dark?
I feel fine. I mean, I don't feel my gut, if that's what I am basing this on. I don't feel any negativity coming out of anything. It just feels neutral.
It feels neutral. Can you see your form in this space that feels comfortable and dark?
No.
So here you are in this
Yeah.
space that is comfortable and dark.
I'm a fetus.
Aha, you're a fetus. How do you know you're a fetus?
I just tried to feel my hand, but I couldn't. And I realized it's also wet.
Mm-hmm. It's also wet. Can you hear anything in this space?
No, not right now.
Mhm.
Very quiet.
Very quiet.
There's nothing going on.
Nothing going on except for this dark space. You know that you have a hand. So let's move to a landmark moment, a key moment. Let's move to the next scene.
I'm 7 years old.
You're 7 years old. Look down at your feet. What are you wearing as a 7-year-old?
Oh, they're really beat up shoes.
And now look up at your clothes. What are you wearing?
I have on a white button-up shirt, a short brown, like brown shorts. My shoes are brown and worn out, and my clothes are in good shape though.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell if you're male or female here?
I'm a boy, and I've got black hair.
You're a boy, you have black hair. What are you doing?
I am walking home from school. I'm not sure it was school or not. It's some place where I stayed for the day. I'm walking home. I'm at my home, and I see my mother, and she's blonde and petite. She's yelling at me to get in for lunch. I'm in Germany.
You're in Germany. See if you can hear the name that she's yelling for you. What name is she calling?
Fritz.
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 Fritz. Can you see a last name? See if you can see a last name on a mailbox, or maybe an address book, or on the door, front door.
I see a name on the mailbox. Not sure what it is. SCH Schoenberg.
Schoenberg. Fritz Schoenberg. You're 7 years old. Okay.
And the address is 31. 31 on the mail.
3-1. Fritz Schoenberg. Okay, so now you're inside with your mother. What else is there for you to explore in this scene?
The kitchen tile is black and white. It's very clean, very big black and white tile. I'm happy. Everything's great. I'm home. Mom's making some potatoes for me. I'm going to play. I know I'm going to play outside. Everything's good.
Very good. All right, so let's stay in this lifetime as Fritz Schoenberg, and let's move to the next key landmark moment in this lifetime. Another important scene. 3, 2, just go with whatever appears. 1. Be there now.
I see soldiers. It's World War One.
It's World War One. Look down and what are you wearing? Describe yourself.
I have a brown jacket on I'm not a soldier. Yet I've got this brown jacket on and I'm walking around all these soldiers.
Why aren't you a soldier yet in this scene?
I'm young.
You're young.
I'm running around with some couple of friends. There's three of my friends. We're all trying to get into the army even though we're 17.
Mm-hmm.
We're a little young. And it's very exciting. There's there are horses running around. There's a lot of people in the streets. There are people singing. And my three friends and I are running, or we are running to get to like a post, an outpost.
Mm-hmm.
And it's warm. I'm wearing shorts. It's a warm day. And we're all very excited. We're hoping we can get in the army.
You're all very excited. You're hoping you can get into the army. Okay, now let's move to another key moment, a landmark moment, staying in this lifetime. 3, 2, 1. Be there now.
It's after the war. I'm very depressed.
Why are you depressed?
I made it through the war, but all my friends died. Except one. But it was awful. It was awful. It was a mistake to go in.
Who was the friend that made it through the war?
He's blonde. I don't see his name. I can see him now. He's at my house.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling me that it's not my fault. None of it is my fault.
None of it is your fault. What do you call him?
Gerhard, this is Gerhard.
This is Gerhard. Mm-hmm.
He's being really kind with me and telling me it's not my fault.
He's being very kind with you. He's telling you that it's not your fault. So here you are back in this scene with Gerhard, good friend, who is once again reminding you that it is not your fault.
I feel responsible for my friends dying.
Mm-hmm.
I feel guilty that I survived and they didn't. It was all luck. It was just sheer luck. The bullets hit them. They could have hit me.
Mm-hmm. So here what Gerhard is sharing with you.
He said he went crazy. One of our friends went crazy. It was the war. It made him crazy. It wasn't my fault.
Mm-hmm.
He ran into a wrong place. And it was good that you got out of there.
He's telling you
Otherwise,
that it wasn't your fault that your friend went crazy and he went into the wrong place. What do you say in response to Gerhard?
I appreciate you talking to me. I feel very alone in all of this. Can't talk to anybody about it.
Mm-hmm. What does Gerhard say in response, knowing that you're someone, he is
You
someone you
can
can talk to?
write to me anytime. I won't always be available to talk, but we can write, and let's start writing to each other and then visit each other as often as we can.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my own problems, but I let go of feeling guilty. It's just so, it felt so bad. And it didn't feel right. It needed to go. That feeling needed to go.
Mm-hmm. And so, what do you say in response, hearing this from Gerhard?
That's really helpful to hear. I don't feel right about it either, but I can't let go of it yet. That war really messed us up.
That war really messed us up. What does Gerhard say in response?
Yes, but gives us a chance to stop war from ever happening again. We can tell people how horrible it is.
It gives us the chance to stop war from ever happening again. We can tell people how horrible this is. And what do you say in response?
Do you think they'll really listen?
Switch. What does Gerhard say?
We can only try. It's worth it. It's worth it. So people don't die.
We can only try. It's worth it so people don't die. What do you say in response?
Gerhard, I want to move closer to you so we can we can both heal faster.
Mm-hmm.
My wife doesn't understand what I'm talking about. I can't talk to her about it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that.
Very good. And so let's move to that scene in which you've moved closer to Gerhard. 3, 2, 1.
He and I are having coffee. It's 1937. I'm wearing a pinstripe suit. Gerhard's wearing a hat. I can't really make out what he's wearing. But he's angry. He's angry.
Why is Gerhard angry?
There's people who want to start war again. Doesn't like it.
Mm-hmm. And so, what do you say in response to Gerhard's anger?
Gerhard, we can't stop. We can't stop everything. All we can do. Oh, we're in Berlin. That's a city.
Mm-hmm.
We're sitting on a sidewalk cafe. We're drinking coffee. The coffee cups have little brown rings around them. Gerhard, we can't stop everything. All we can do is our own little part.
Mm-hmm. And so now I want you to move to another landmark and key moment, staying within this lifetime. Let's move to another key moment. Go with whatever shows up. 3, 2, 1. Be there now.
I'm on a farm.
You're on a farm.
It's 1955.
1955. What are you doing?
Oh, there's some cabbages. I am weeding around some cabbages.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty happy. I'm in France.
You're in France. Describe what you're wearing. Look down.
I have a jean overalls. I have a girl, my daughter. She's helping me weed.
Mm-hmm.
She's picking up things I'm telling her what to do. And she's joking with me.
So here you are on a farm in France, weeding around the cabbages. Very good. Is there anything else to explore in this scene that serves?
No.
Okay. And now let's move to the very last scene in this lifetime. Stay in this lifetime and go to the very last day. 3, 2, 1. Be there now.
I'm lying in bed. My throat's, I'm breathing really rattling. My throat's rattling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to die.
How old are you in this scene? Laying in bed, throat rattling.
I don't know. 70s.
You're in your 70s.
I have cancer.
Cancer.
I'm doing okay though. I know I'm gonna die. I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm. You're okay with it.
I'm in New York right now.
You're
I'm in a hospital in New York.
at a hospital in New York.
And I'm breathing my last right now.
Breathing your last breath. How do you feel?
Feel okay.
You feel okay.
I've done a lot. It's
You've
been a
done
good life.
Mm-hmm. Can you see your body in your last breath in this form?
Yeah, I don't have any blankets on me. I kicked them off and I have a tube in my arm and my skin's wrinkly and pretty skinny. My knees are pretty gnarled, and I've just got one of those hospital gowns on with blue flowers on it.
Mhm. And so moving to your last breath, your last exhale. Feeling good in this moment.
Yeah,
And
I'm peaceful.
describe the exit of the body. What do you see? What do you feel? What are you experiencing?
Just went into darkness. I saw some gold flashing at me. It was like pyrite, that sort of texture. But I don't feel anything now.
Mhm. You don't feel anything. You saw that gold flashing like pyrite. Describe your surroundings.
I don't have any.
And you don't have any. And can you see a body or a form?
No, there's nothing there.
There's nothing there. And then how do you feel?
Feel good. I smell mint.
You smell mint. Can you hear anything?
No,
Is there anything else to explore here?
no.
Okay, very good. And so now it is time to return to your present self in time and space. I will count you back from 1 to 5, and on 5, you will return feeling alive, rejuvenated, and embodied. 1, 2, bringing back with you all the tools and techniques gained in this session. 3, bringing back with you the downloads, the insights to serve you in this lifetime. 4, begin to move your toes and your fingers as you return to your body and awareness of the room that you are in. 5, open your eyes. Welcome back.
Hey,
Hi. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. Kind of, I don't know. It was kind of like I was watching a movie.
Great. I'm glad that you were removed from those 2 scenes of dying enough to not experience any of the physicalness of those scenes.
No, it's interesting. I wasn't sad or anything. I didn't have any. Yeah, I wasn't upset. I was expecting to be a little bit more upset, I guess, when we were talking about past lives, but I don't know. It just seems more normal now, I guess, is that if that's the word?
Mm-hmm.
Like to go in there, and not so traumatic
Right.
because I know it's not me and who I am right now, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, he, he didn't go anywhere afterwards. He was just like, I'm dead. I'm done. Good.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like there was no will to like even, it was like he'd done everything he needed to do. He's like, okay, I have cancer, I give up, you know. But not in a bad way, just like, yeah, okay, you know. Anyway, it was interesting. And I'm just interested in my own reactions too, because, when I talked to you about this before a year ago, I probably would be, in tears about this, but it just doesn't seem, it's not that it's not personal. It just feels more comfortable, I guess, going in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense.
Yes. This is what happens when people practice as long as you have. There's a detachment from the emotions, and there's more of a witnessing.
Hmm. I can process all of this easier, I guess, is the way, without all the trauma.
Yeah.
Like when Gerhard and I were sitting in Berlin drinking coffee, these little round coffee cups. The other thing that came up, but I didn't really say, is he was very angry. And like I was more like, screw this, I'm gonna go somewhere else. We're not gonna stop world history. And the other thing that I felt but I didn't say was, I'm not going through another war.
Wow.
But Gerhard did, I feel that he wanted to go through another war. He wanted to stop this shit before it got real.
Oh.
But I was like, nope. I'm gonna go to France and grow cabbages.
And then you ended up in New York.
I think there was a treatment there that was happening. They
Oh.
were trying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the year, but it wasn't in the 50s. It was later than that, from what I saw. It was interesting.